Oh, we've started. Hey guys, what's going on? This is Evan McCabe, creative director of the ASPIE Sheep Brigade, and today I'm going to give you a very special video. Today I'm going to give you a quick rundown of all the things that you can do to help a kid who is autistic having a meltdown. Now, what is a meltdown? It's also, you may be asking, well, sometimes it's called a meltdown, sometimes it's called an outburst. It's basically, I suffer from this as well. Every once in a while, it's when an autistic child or, rare cases, an autistic adult, he basically just doesn't. It's very hard to describe, but the way that I would describe an outburst is a loss of control, but just destroying everything in my path. I tend to pace up and down a lot. Sometimes I can, I can use my hands and just kind of fit around with it. There's a lot of things that happen during an outburst that can be very aggressive. So the number one thing I would recommend to you, if you do have someone that suffers from an outburst or a meltdown, is to stay in control. Be as calm as possible. The worst thing you can do in that situation is scream and shout. One thing that triggers a meltdown or an outburst is a change in situation or being frightened. Actually, that's one of the big things that triggers off my outbursts is the fact that I am in a small corner and I feel very uncomfortable and I'm very frightened. There's an ironic thing in that, in the sense of that it's fight or fright. So, for goodness sake, the worst thing you can do is add to that aggression. Talk in a very calm voice. Just try and contain and control. Which brings me to our second point. Just try and what I would advise is to try and hug them, try to pin them down, really try to help them to calm down. When I had the public outburst, and there were some security guys who obviously did their job and kind of MMA threw me down to the ground. But that, to be honest with you, that was the kind of thing that I needed. I needed someone to grab me and to just hold me down. But obviously, in your house or in your home, that's the one thing you don't want to do with a loved one, is to MMA throw them down to the ground. Try to reach out to them. Try to, this is my personal opinion, try to get close to them, hug them, try to contain them. Also, if you see a lot of videos on YouTube, you'll see there's a lot of pillows, there's a lot of quilts, there's a lot of holding down. So that's definitely something to advise. Also, something to consider is smells. Lots of calming smells. So lavender. What else do I like? Oh, those scents, light thingies, incense. That's certainly something to consider in order to calm down someone who is having an outburst. Also, I see noise cancellation headphones, apparently. So certainly classical music or things that will calm the child down or calm the adult down. I would argue 9 times out of 10, the only person having an outburst who they want to hurt is themselves. When I have an outburst, I don't think I've ever hurt anyone. I've thrown people down a few times, I've pushed people, but I don't think I've actually hurt anyone. So the most important thing is to just try and find try and find something, try and find a middle. I forgot what I was going to say. I was going to say something and I completely forgot. Oh yeah, noise cancellation, music. Basically, the whole point of trying to contain and control, well, not to control, but to cool down a meltdown is to calm it down. So anyway, this may or may not made any sense. I hope it did. I am a part. I blog often about Asperger's. Also, other groups that may feel left out from main society. So, gay, lesbian, queer, transgender, high function autism, low function autism, mental illness, depression, huge number of things. Recently, we're looking to rebrand. So also, we'll be doing a lot of video games and just trying to have fun. Me as an Asperger's guy, my banter is ridiculous. It can be a bit offensive, but no, in my heart, I don't mean to offend anyone. I'm just you got people that watch the channel, people that support my products, people who support the things that I do, including the ASPIE Sheep Brigade. They're very precious to me. So it's very important to me that I feel comfortable with them as they feel comfortable with me. So I will throw some names out in the hope that you guys throw some names back at me. It's not trying to create hatred. It's not trying to create anger. It's simply trying to connect with one another. So anyway, yeah, I hope to see you guys very soon on the channel. Get involved, like, comment, subscribe. Check out the blog as well. I'm about to post up a new blog, and God bless you all. See you soon. Cheers.